All righty, ladies and gentlemen. My WN, welcome back to the channel. This is your very first 2024 AEW Monday Night News live stream. We're gonna go over all your AEW Monday Night News for tonight, including news on Cora Jade's injury, Shelton Benjamin's status with AEW, Daniel Garcia's contract running up, we also got to go over the news on the teasing of this popular faction, this popular stable. Got some news on Sabu and plenty more. So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, and make sure you hit the like button. Let's get a lot of likes on the stream for tonight. Anyways, I don't waste anybody's time here. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna start with your WWE Monday Night News here. So we're gonna start with the news on the Royal Rumble contract signing being announced for this week's episode of SmackDown. As soon as I get some music on in here. So, yes, folks, not joking. There was a Royal Rumble contract signing announced for this week's episode of SmackDown, which will be on January the 19th of 2024. Let me go ahead and find it here. There. All right, so the lineup for the January 19th episode of SmackDown promises an exciting show with various segments and matches scheduled according to Ringside News. I think it's going to be as well. Logan Paul will make an appearance on the KO show with Kevin Owens. Owens will get an invitation during the episode of SmackDown. The segment will likely build towards their WWE Championship match champions against the team of Ladon and Alba Frey. Contract signing for the undisputed WWE Universal title match at Royal Rumble will feature Roman, LA Knight, Miles, and Brett. The audio must be messing up because I can't hear myself. Guys, is my audio working? I'm just making sure. Just checking. My audio is working. Let me know in the live chat, please, because I'm just now noticing something here. But anyway, these segments and matches, SmackDown is professional wrestling. Wrestling fans can look forward to the developments in the ongoing storylines and the championship bout on the horizons. And at the end of the stream, guys, I'm also going to answer your question as to whether or not I think Roman Reigns should drop the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble or not. So, can I answer your question regarding? Now, if you didn't hear what I said the first time, I'm going to go over the lineup again for this episode of SmackDown. Logan Paul will be on the KO show with Kevin Owens. Women's Tag Team Championship match, where Isla Dawn, Alba Frey will be defending those championships against Chance and Carter. Reigns, Knight, Styles, and Orton contract signing for WWE Royal Rumble match. So, my question to everybody in the live chats is, what options for the contract sign between Roman Reigns, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Universal title match at the Royal Rumble? Let me know in live chats, please. The live chat is below, and I have another live chat here that's on the right side of the screen, so I can see y'all's comments. If you comment in the live chat, I can see it. They'll pull up on the screen here. Now, the next piece of WWE news we're going to go over is news on Cora Jade's injury. She suffered an injury at a live event. Hopefully, she will try to recover from this. On her injury timeline return, I got some news on her when she'll return from injury too as well. We're gonna go over that probably, but I do want to go over this Cora Jade news article in particular here. During the WWE NXT live event in Dade City, Florida, there was another injury. No specific details were limited. So, fans in attendance during the January the 12th reported that match involving who wrestled in it while the exact has not been confirmed by WWE. If you guys didn't hear that the first time, I will read it again in case my audio is skipping. Fans in attendance during the January the 12th, 2024 event have reported that the match involving Cora Jade, who wrestled NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria in the main event, was stopped. While the exact nature of the injury has not been officially confirmed by WWE, there are indications that it may be related to a knee injury. Now, I'm going to read the rest of it. According to some technique in the match, but later on, Jade appeared to land awkwardly on her knee, on her leg, in other words, leading to a botch pin attempt by Valkyria. This incident appeared to be quite serious. That sounds bad for her, especially Braun Breaker breaking up. I think Braun Breaker broke up with Cora Jade because he was jealous of CM Punk being around Cora Jade, because Cora Jade, her idol, has always been CM. I think the breakup is a work. I honestly think there's going to be a storyline developed between CM Punk and Braun Breaker. When Braun Breaker gets called up to the main roster, I think CM Punk will be the first one he feuds with. And I think CM Punk should be the one losing to Braun Breaker. I think CM Punk is only there to build up talent, like what Finn Balor did in NXT. Finn Balor was in NXT to build up talent. CM Punk being there, building up talent, was the same reason why Finn Balor was sent back to NXT to do. So if Finn Balor can build up talent, then so can CM Punk. I think that would give Braun Breaker the biggest win of his career on the main roster. I mean, I'm just saying. I could see a storyline there, you know. Maybe. I'm not saying that match is a possibility, but it could happen in the future. I think it'd be a good match, though. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, I think it has the making of being a good match, honestly. It might happen this year. Let me know down in the live chat whether you guys want to see CM Punk versus Braun Breaker or not this year. Anyways, posts were posted by a user on Twitter showed the referee and trainer checking on Jade after the incident. So Jade's recent changes in appearance and her push on NXT suggested that she pretty much might have been in line for a future NXT Women's title opportunity. She had returned to NXT TV just last month after a 4-month hiatus. Following the match at 11:10 p.m., this was an update. Following the match, Cora Jade took the Twitter, posted a cryptic GIF. Now, this was last week, folks. The GIF had a caption to keep from crying. Increase can be unfortunate and disruptive in the world of professional wrestling. No question. And fans are likely hoping for the best for Jade recovery. I do have some warnings on injury. For that time, move on. We're gonna move on news on updates. Match was called off the SmackDown last. Again, we're gonna move on to the news on WWE fighting update on Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory after the match was called off during last week's episode of SmackDown. So the WWE SmackDown match way this week. Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory took a bad fall off the rope. Seems that this will be okay. Now, last week's episode of SmackDown was a very not that like these some of them anyway. It featured Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes. Again, SmackDown was an exciting show this week. It featured Austin Theory versus Carmelo Hayes. Everything seemed to be going well until a botched avalanche Spanish Fly didn't pan out, and their match was called off after a bad botched fall to the mat. And yes, folks, I already know Monday Night Raw is on, but I don't have USA, so I know it's unfortunate I can't go live for the Monday Night Raw watch along due to that. But anyways, WWE sent out release to update via Twitter fans after Theory and Carmelo's match. Not Carmelo, Carmelo. They both suffered conditions, and they will be okay. So, of course, everybody last week in the wrestling community was glad that Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory were going to be okay. And of course, they both have bright futures in WWE. So great that these men are in an interesting situation. Why? Simple answer, folks. Carmelo Hayes is still in NXT. And also, he is booked in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with Rick Williams. You know, that guy with the whoop that trick entrance. He's in that classic with Trick Williams as his tag team partner. Now, there's some news on Sabu. So apparently, he plans to come out of retirement in 2024 for a final match. After that, we're going to go over NXT Europe. There's some news on as well. They want to hear. I'm sure you Europe fans want to hear something about NXT Europe. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the news. So, the pro wrestling legend from Egypt. You guys, everybody in the IWC should know. Sabu should be familiar with his name. The pro wrestling legend faced a medical emergency last year. They traded him due to broken back. While speaking on stories with Britt. The ECW icon expressed his desire to step into the ring one last time, aiming for a final match this year. Sabu stated that he is seeking a meaningful farewell and one last payoff. Actually, hopefully setting up for my final match. Who said, I want maybe a final match, maybe in July or later. A final match, just one more payoff. And cool. So, Sabu also dedicated his entire career to pro wrestling, earning the monikers homicidal and genocidal, mainly for his daring style. At 59, yes, he's 59. His body can no longer endure the physical toll it once did, but he is still determined for one last match. Sabu also proves that he doesn't rule out wrestling if the price is right. So that the final opponent will be, as he will finally bring it into his legacy, or should I say his legendary career. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining the live chat, welcome. I'm just going over your WWE and AEW Monday Night News for tonight. Subscribe to the channel if you do. We are officially at 670 now. Now we need to start going for 680. So if we can get at least 9 or 2 to subscribe, if we get 9, 10 subscribers, we'll probably be at 680. So subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and make sure you have on notifications. Moving to everybody, to all the WWE fans in Europe, you need to tune in for this one, because this one seems important. This news on NXT Europe is very, very important. So, has in 2023 year, the company saw a merger go down. Again, WWE has a lot of 2023 go just as they were planning to open a new NXT brand in Europe. Oh, what is going on with the audio, dude? Just starting to piss me off. Anyhow, maybe I didn't have what. Just as they were planning to open a new NXT brand in Europe, brings a lot of questions about their future. It was previously noted that WWE's NXT Europe brand is on the way. That being said, they seem to have pushed off the start of that brand for a while with Endeavor's merger of UFC and WWE. Those plans are no longer they're no longer really moving, put it that way. Why? Well, Sean Rossap simply noted behind Fightful's paywall that it appears that NXT Europe is at a standstill. They have said on a few occasions that the brand is starting. But right now, there is no new word. There's been no discussion on it lately. They were told last fall, last summer. Then after the merger, then in 2024. We haven't heard anything. NXT, end quote, NXT UK was a fun brand, but the company decided to disband it pretty much. So they brought a ton of talent to NXT. And then they also released others. With NXT Europe coming up, can only guess how many stars they plan to sign or shift away from other brands. What is y'all's take on WWE opening an NXT Europe brand? Let me know in the live chat, please. It is open. So you can let me know. One of the two, either the YouTube live chat or the Restream live chat. The way they'll pop up on both chats. Now, if we got that out the way, we're going to go ahead and go over the news on WWE Teasing Breakup of popular stable. So, WWE has several stables going on right now. I don't know if you guys know, but nobody can stay together forever. It appears that WWE may be approaching the end of the OC. Weeks ago, and a match for the undisputed title at the Royal Rumble on the 7th. WWE Pro C. The Royal Rumble on January 26th. Very, very big move. His old brothers aren't doing well. Well, about that, the internal issues with the OC are escalating, which is not good at all. That's very bad. It was featured in a video shared on WWE social media platforms featuring AJ Styles expressing his dissatisfaction with the group's frequent losses. In a digital exclusive video drop, Mia Yim, not Beach Yin, I wish they would give her NXT ring name back. No, how many times I've said that 100,000 times already. Mia Yim approached Styles seeking advice after her recent defeat against women's champion Io Sky. AJ Styles only asked her, "Did you win?" When she said no, he walked away. The potential fracture within the OC, just like it is in Judgment Day right now, currently. But one thing's for sure, WWE has previously used similar teases for a fresh start for wrestlers. The outcome could result in a revitalized OC or the group's breakup. Only time will tell what they end up booking. Now, the storyline might serve to elevate Mia in the women's division. After all, she should have already been elevated a long time ago. Anyhow, that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's what I think, anyway. The former champion, or should I say, I don't know, whatever. Mia Yim has been working hard and waiting for her big opportunity since Triple H brought her back following Vince McMahon releasing her during the pandemic. What's y'all's take on the OC's current situation? You don't have to question or the answer in the live chat. You could just wait until the stream ends and then comment, and then let me know in the comments. I think this is old news already, honestly. I just went over it anyway, just in case nobody didn't get it. There are a rumblings of injured WWE superstars return this month. Who's returning? Well, the answer is simple. His name is Sheamus. Remember, he was the leader of the Brawling teamly broke up. Now, WWE indeed have a few people on the injured list. They are on their paths to recovery. Obviously, Cora Jade, we do have some news on her return timeline. Anyway, we're gonna go over that in a few minutes. But if that one former world champion's return is coming soon enough, I just said his name, so don't ask. As Sheamus is almost healed up from shoulder surgery. Sheamus' return to WWE did not go down when everyone thought it would. Time and time again, his shoulder injury isn't healed up yet, but he is nearing a comeback. Tyler Bate was brought up to team with Butch, and that needs to be the end of the Brawling Brutes as well. because PW Insider noted during a Q&A that apparently Sheamus should be back soon. There are rumblings that his return will go down this month, but that hasn't happened yet. Nothing is set in stone at this time. Recovering from a shoulder injury, I've heard rumblings of him being back this month, but nothing contrary. End quote. WWE also ended the Brawling Brutes faction. Of course, I just said that. I just said the Brawling Brutes have broke up already. They've been broke up. A long time ago, been broke up. Although it was in quiet fashion, Butch just admitted that the stable is over during SmackDown this week. They've been over, man. You know, listen to that shit. They've been over. Now they are onto their next adventures. Ridge Holland's moving on to being a singles competitor as well as Butch. Sheamus has always been a singles competitor, so it doesn't surprise me with Sheamus. You know, what do y'all take on Sheamus' eventual return? You all know what to do. I don't even gotta explain. So, there's some news on the viewership from last week's SmackDown. SmackDown dropped in viewership for January 12th. Viewership dropped from last week's episode. Even though it was still a solid show, the viewership dropped. The January the 12th episode of SmackDown brought in overnight viewership of 2.267 million viewers, a 7.6 episode. Even though there. Come on, audio, don't be doing this. So yes, folks, the views dropped for SmackDown. So and the viewership was 2.267 million views with 766K of them in the 1849 demographic. That number was down a bit from last week's episode. So viewership from last week's SmackDown. Had to repeat it again because the audio was skipping. It was being stupid. So apparently, AEW is not ruling out Goldbergs' debut. Also, CM Punk was announced for the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk is set to make a return to Australia as part of the WWE Elimination Chamber event in Paris. 2024. The WWE at the 2023 Survivor Series marked his comeback. Now, so really confirmed his participation in the coming WWE Elimination Chamber event. Survivor Series marked his comeback. He's making a big trip with WWE. So it was not confirmed what kind of match he will have. While the specific role or match for CM Punk at the event has not been officially reported yet, Fox Sports Australia has listed him among the slated participations for the Perth event. Other personalities like Logan Paul and Rhea Ripley are also expected to be attended. Notably, undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns is currently advertised for the Elimination Chamber. He should be. I think he should be. I think it would make sense for him to be there. Rock is back, you know. But anyways, as one of the biggest stops on the road to WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber holds a ton of specific, or should I say significance. CM Punk will secure his path to Wrestle 40 by vying for victory. Pretty much going for victory in the 2024 watch. We will have to see what kind of match he's in Australia on the road to WrestleMania. The favorite to win the Royal Rumble, in my opinion, should be Cody Rhodes. I will explain why in the end. And me explaining why is going to make sense. It's going to make a whole lot of sense. See if I see some other important news here. Oh, there's an internal word on the Rock status for a WWE Elimination Chamber event. I saw this news floating around yesterday. So it was previously reported that Australian officials were hopeful the Rock would be the Elimination Chamber event. So Ringside confirmed that being talked about. The tournament member of the WWE told them, as far as they know, Rock not in Chamber. He's not on Chamber, so Rock is not expected to be at the big show. So neither Roman Reigns. It doesn't make sense for The Rock and Roman Reigns to not be there. Why would you not want them there? Why would you not want two of the greatest wrestlers of all time to not be in the Elimination Chamber? Why? I don't get that. I mean, I guess this is not a real surprise. His image has not appeared on one piece of advertising for the show since they announced it. It's just mind-blowing, sort of. But Roman Reigns and The Rock are headlines all over the place after The Rock's surprise Day 1 Raw return. Anything is on the table at this point. The Elimination Chamber is not slated to see any momentum for their story. Interestingly enough, though, CM Punk was announced yesterday via WWE on social media. We'll have to see what WWE has planned for the Royal Rumble on January 27th. It could have a ton of surprises in store. And even if, I'm not saying now, I'm saying if WrestleMania is the landing pad for Rock vs. Roman Reigns. One thing's for sure, it's made clear to me and the entire IWC community and to all the podcasters like JD that this match is not going down in Australia. I think it makes sense to book The Rock versus Roman Reigns. I mean, why would you want to book The Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40? What's it going to be for Cody to do if they book The Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40? I'm just saying. If you're going to go with The Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40, at least have The Rock lose. At least have The Rock lose. I'm just saying. But we'll go ahead in the end. I'm gonna explain it to y'all. I'm gonna explain to you how I'm gonna go over it. That's only half of what you heard. You're gonna hear the full answer at the end. So there was a comparing WWE and AEW attendance numbers for second week of January 2024. We gotta go over that. I cover that with y'all. This seems important here. So week, WWE and AEW wrapped up another week of on TV. There are a lot of numbers to break down other than the television ratings. So now we know the attendance numbers and how they reps recently complied attendance figures for WWE. For WWE and AEW television shows this week. Those dates range from January the 8th to January the 13th, the second week of the month. Raw emerged as the most attended show, crowd of 10,294 at Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Also, WWE SmackDown at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska, reported 7,146 attendees. So, in case you guys didn't hear me the first time, I'll read it again. I'll repeat it again. So, Raw emerged as the most attended show with a crowd of 10,294 at Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Also, SmackDown at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska, reported 7,146 attendees. Now, Collision recorded the lowest attendance of the week. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about Collision. Nobody watches that shit. I mean, if you watch that shit, I mean, you got to be some kind of bullheaded idiot or something. That show suffers every week. The only Collision episode that was ever great was the first episode when CM Punk made his debut. That was the only episode that was great. All the rest of these episodes suffered really, really bad. Collision is still doing terrible. One of the worst AEW shows of the modern day era. The only AEW show that's kind of doing great right now is Dynamite. Yeah. Honestly. Collision and Rampage, they are complete garbage. And you know what? Honestly, WWE, as of this year, as of right now, WWE is doing better than AEW. They're producing better shows than AEW, better storylines than AEW, better segments than AEW. So, AEW better step it up a notch, man. WWE's taking over the pro wrestling world right now with Triple H in charge. Triple H doing a hell of a good job with what he's doing right now. Doing better than Tony Khan, I'll tell you that much. With 2,929 spectators at Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. The figures for AEW Dynamite at Davis Place in Jacksonville, Florida were 3,183 for their homecoming show. Imagine that. Dynamite got more fans, got more crowd than Collision. What does that tell you? If Dynamite has more fans than Collision, what does that tell you right there? I'm just saying. But I hate to say it, but Dynamite had one of the worst episodes last week. Last week's Dynamite was not good. It was one of the worst Dynamites of 2024. It wasn't good at all. Not by a long shot. I don't know what kind of matches they put on there, but yeah. It was a pain in the ass. Tony Khan needs to do better with creative. He needs to start doing like WWE. He needs to start taking notes from Triple H, man. He really does. Start giving us storyline segments that's going to invest our time in watching the show. Don't give us garbage after garbage after garbage every week, man. And that's not bringing in audience. It's not bringing in views at all. So AEW needs to do better with their shows. They really do. But that's how this week's Dynamite does. What is y'all's take on WWE and AEW's attendance? Let me know in the live chat. Got status update for Sonya Deville's WWE in-ring return. Someone that Vince and Bruce has not used a lot on TV. Vince and Bruce has kept in Titus Catering for quite a long time. Plus, Sonya Deville has a girlfriend too, so she's lit. Just so y'all know. And notably, Deville had on her entire WWE without a major injury. That changed in a big way when she was taken out with an ACL injury that required surgery. She was also 1-2 of the WWE Tag Team Champions at the time. Now she is healing up and waiting for her return to the squared circle. She is also in the right place to do that. Well, I would hope she would be. Otherwise, she's screwed. Otherwise, they're gonna use her and treat her like shit on TV again. WWE has a performance center in Orlando that is for training and polishing up WWE superstar skills. It appears that Sonya's making good strides toward her comeback. WWE once had big things planned for Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville's tag team. Now they are split up. Well, good. They never should have been a tag team in the first place. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green were more like singles competitors. They're not a tag team. They're not an actual tag team. They were just a paired up tag team. This was a Vince and Bruce idea. This was not a Triple H idea. Which was the worst fucking idea ever. It appears that she is making good progress towards that in-ring return. To reporting Deville is working toward her WWE return. She has been spotted at the WWE Performance this week, training for her return from injury. Now, an ACL injury like the one she had can't be rushed. If anything, they need to take things slow to make sure she doesn't make things worse. Only time will tell how long it will take before her in-ring return comes around. On Sonya Deville's return to the ring. Let me know in the live chats for that. Comment your answers in the live chats, please, on Sonya Deville's return to the ring. Now, I got some more news on Sabu. So apparently, it's been revealed extensive surgeries. Extensive surgeries are on the horizon still. This is news on ECW legend Sabu. The pro wrestling legend faced medical emergency last year that required a hospital visit. We already went over that. Speaking on stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw, the ECW icon discussed some of his lingering injuries. He revealed need for knee and shoulder replacement that he has postponed the surgeries. He says, and I quote, "I'll tell you, I don't feel really bad, but I feel pretty bad. My knee, my back, my shoulders. I've been going to the gym. Oh, it's never. Today I feel good. It's like fuck, and it's tough. I need my knee and my shoulder replaced. I haven't gotten around to it." End quote. That was from Sabu. That's what Sabu had said. Well, Sabu also shared his experience recovering from hip surgery. Additionally, the ECW legend mentioned that his neck is doing okay. He has spinal doses on his back. I don't know how to pronounce that fucking word. They were saying that my hip replaced. It took me about 6 months until I felt like working out. The pain was gone the first day. My neck is all right. My back, I got spinal, and my shoulder needs a complete replacement. My knee also. End quote. Sabu also recently revealed that he wants to come out of retirement this year for one last match. The opponent's going to be. I'm just anxious to know. Ever have that match? Now, Damian Priest will be cashing in Money in the Bank soon. As you guys know, in the past few months, Damian Priest has teased cash on Rollins multiple times, only for his attempts to be run by Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Now, this was according to BWE. Listen to this one. Priest's Money in the Bank cash in is reduced. Although no specific date was mentioned, there was relation that it could potentially take place before the end of January or as soon as tonight's episode of Money. I wouldn't be surprised that it already happened already. It probably passed or it failed. Anybody got any update on Monday Night Raw? Did the cash in pass or did it fail? I sure ain't watching it. I would rather watch SmackDown than Monday Night Raw at this point. And I quote, "Yo, Bozar. I said Bozo. When will Cretan is close?" Seth Rollins probably successfully defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Jinder Mahal in Raw and probably retained I don't think Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. I think they ruined that for him, honestly. They might as well get rid of that shit. I really, really think they ruined that for Damian Priest. He's done had that fucking contract. Seriously, just give it up. If you're not gonna let him, just get rid of it. Seriously, dude. He even had that fucking thing. It was on Cora Jade. So, possible return timeline for her in-ring return to torn ACL. Supposedly. Now, it was confirmed that she is now sidelined, judging by previous injuries. Ringside News had an idea of how she would be out of action. So they said that the standard recovery time for a torn ranges from 6 to 9 logical intervention necessary. Then again, she may be able to come back sooner if her knee doesn't need to go under the knife, according to Ringside News. Ringside News also said athletes may need a slightly extended recovery period before obtaining medical approval to resume sports activities. Considering these factors, it seems improbable that Cora Jade will be back in action before July if surgery is required for her injury. Seems like Braun Breaker doesn't hurt for Cora Jade. Besides Cora Jade's co-workers, like Roxanne Perez in particular. Now, Cora Jade was in good spirits for a birthday celebration on January the 14th. I mean, who would not be in good spirits in their own birthday celebration? I'm just saying. She didn't seem to be too down about her knee. However, the video did not show her knee, and she seemed to be seated. So anyway, Cora Jade's ton of momentum going for her. Many have argued that she is already ready for the WWE main event, or main roster. Yeah, I said main event. I think Breaker's ready for the main roster as well. I would love to see Gunther versus Roman Reigns curving. That would be a great match, honestly. I fucking agree with you on that one. So now she's out of action once again, just like Nikita Lyons. Anybody? Can I get anybody's take on Cora Jade's recent injury? I would appreciate it. That's all for your WWE news tonight for you guys. Oh, wait, there's one more on. Spoiler and Brock Lesnar's expected WWE return. We got to go over that because I just seen that. So, apparently, Brock Lesnar's breaking. Dave Meltzer noted on F4W Online's daily update that Lesnar will be back soon. He did not reveal exactly when he will be back. Says like, hey, Brock Lesnar will be back on WWE television. Please don't start that quote. A time when Brock Lesnar's return. He made his appearance at any time at this point. Royal Rumble coming up on January 27th. That very well mark his possible combat date. So that's all of your WWE news. Now we're going to go over your AEW Monday night news here. We don't got much of it. We just only got a few pieces of news information for AEW. There's not much, I promise. When I said please don't start that, I was talking to somebody else in the background. Somebody's calling my name. Don't you just hate when you're trying to do something, somebody's calling your name? I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. Now, we're going to start with news on AEW rolling out Goldberg's debut. Goldberg has a lot of fans who want to see him wrestle again. He never got that retirement match with WWE. Something could be possible for AEW. Armo Sabu opened up about Goldberg on his Fightful Salute podcast. It was about Goldberg possibly appearing in WWE at this time. The door has been closed completely, but it hasn't happened yet. It says, and I quote, every time I ask, I will be not right now. It finally didn't go on it. It's not getting any younger. However, I don't know how young you need to be to do a Goldberg match. End quote. Goldberg wanted to be a part of Sting's retirement. That hasn't been booked yet, and it appears that it's not going to be. Ringside News exclusively reported last year that the feeling among staff was that he was headed to AEW, and there were no plans for him to return to WWE. Only time will tell if Goldberg ends up in AEW in some way to pay tribute to the thing. What's y'all's take on Goldberg's possible show up in AEW? Yeah, I don't like AEW's chances of Goldberg. We don't need the AEW doesn't need Goldberg, man. He's too old to be wrestling. He's too old to wrestle. Why is AEW signing all these legends? I really don't get it. When they should be signing young talent. Just throwing it out there. There's no reason why AEW should be looking to sign Goldberg. Just saying. Look how old he is, for one. And for two, he could barely even lift up Bray Wyatt at WWE Showdown. One of the worst matches of Bray Wyatt's career. All because of Goldberg, not Bray Wyatt. It's not Bray Wyatt's fault. It's Goldberg. It's Vince McMahon and Bruce. If anything. So there's some news on Shelton Benjamin's status with AEW. Shelton option is still not closed for time. Here's his name as AEW has not reached out to Benjamin yet. Some people within AEW that are pulling for him. I quote, last I heard a couple of weeks ago, AEW had not reached out to him. There were some people that pushed for him, but they have not reached out to him that I have heard of. We'll have to see if he makes his way to AEW. We don't know what Tony Khan has up his sleeve these days. Could be a lot more garbage. Because that's exactly what AEW's been producing the last 4 months. Nothing but garbage. And it feels like they've been producing garbage more than 4 months, honestly. Nothing but garbage on Rampage and Collision anyway. I don't know about Dynamite. Some weeks Dynamite's good, some weeks Dynamite's not. But the Collision and Rampage episodes are fucking terrible. They really are. SmackDown, it's so bad that SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, and NXT all combined are doing way better than Rampage and Collision. That's how bad those shows are. Even Impact is doing bad. Still doing bad. With Dolph Ziggler and Zion Brockside and all them there, that show's still doing bad. I don't care what anybody says. That show is never going to get a lot of hype. They're never going to get more views. If they don't start producing storylines, storytelling segments, and all this other stuff. Impact, just saying. So, there's some news on Daniel Garcia's time in AEW. So, his time may be up. I think it's referring to his, because it says here that Daniel mentioned that is coming up during the AEW end. That brought on natural question what he might do next in the pro wrestling world. Again, Daniel Garcia mentioned that his AEW contract is running up. I went over it again. That brought natural questions about what might next in the pro wrestling world. Though it appears that he isn't really locked into any AEW deal. Now, come to think of it, during a Backstage Report podcast on his paywall, yes, I'm referring to Sean Rossap. He noted that he has heard, should I say, that AEW does not have a new contract for Daniel Garcia at this time. Now, it's very interesting, says Ringside News, especially considering how much attention Tony Khan has given him. I was told that they did not have a contract for him. End quote. That was from Sean Rossap. So AEW has lost some big names already, and they certainly don't want anyone else departing that they can use at this time. It appears that Daniel Garcia's status with AEW is up. Speaking of status, I think we already went over the news on Shelton management status with AEW. I think. Yeah, we did. On Britt Baker, her whereabouts. Sean commented on Britt Baker's status behind his paywall. He said that there is no word about Britt Baker's television return. She was around at Dynamite this week. So this is what he said. He said, I couldn't heard if she's returning to TV. She's backstage. She was backstage this week. Then he said, Orlando show as well. She lives in Florida. So that out of the ordinary. End quote. AEW has kicked off 2024 with a focus on introducing new talent and setting up potential contenders for titles, says Ringside News. Hook is slated to challenge Samoa Joe for the World Heavyweight title on the upcoming episode of Dynamite. I'm not saying this, they are. That's what they think. Ain't what I fucking think, though. But anyway, that was a bit of a surprise. That being said, fans are waiting to Britt Baker's music to hit once again. So that's basically all of your WWE and AEW Monday Night News that I have for you guys. Now, here we go. Here we go with this. Here we go with the big question of the night here. So here, and I'm gonna answer it, and it's gonna because JD is the only one that said all of this, and well, he's not gonna be the only one anymore. Because I'm gonna be saying the exact same thing because I fucking agree and I think it makes sense. And unfortunately, it's not gonna happen, but it should. I think it should. Because what is Cody Rhodes gonna do? Really? And in my own opinion, I think Cody Rhodes should be the one to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, he's top guy. He's a main eventer. I mean, let him finish his story. I think it would be great for Cody Rhodes to finish his story. Now the question is, will Roman Reigns drop his undisputed Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble? Well, last week I said maybe, but then I thought about it, and I've come up with a realization that the answer is simply no. No. The answer is simply no. Roman Reigns should not drop the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. He should not drop the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for the simple fact that A, it critically makes no sense, and B, it's a dumb fucking decision. He has passed 1,000 days as champion. There's no reason why he should be dropping the title at Royal Rumble. No. And if you guys think it's a great idea for him to drop the title at the Royal Rumble, you gotta be complete fucking idiots because it's not true. He should not be dropping that title at the Royal Rumble. There's no reason why he should be. The Rock versus Roman Reigns needs to be booked for the Elimination Chamber. If that's not booked for the Elimination Chamber, we're gonna have a problem. Because I already just went over and said that it's rumored to not be booked for Elimination Chamber. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna believe that it should. And if they book Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania 40 Night 1, well, The Rock needs to lose. Roman Reigns needs to win. Then you book Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40 Night 2. Have Cody Rhodes get over Roman Reigns. Have him win and become the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. There you go. That's how WrestleMania 40 Night 2 should end right there. You book your CM Punks versus Seth Rollins. You know, I don't know who the fuck Gunther's facing. I don't know who the fuck Gunther's defending his Intercontinental Championship against. I don't know. Who's Finn Balor and Priest going to defend their tag team championships against? I don't know. I think you want to know how Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes should happen. It should happen when Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes wrestle. This is how I think it should go down. I think whenever Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are on the ground, I think The Rock needs to come out and help Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns to become the new WWE Universal Champion. Or WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. I think The Rock should come out and help Cody Rhodes win that title. That's how I think it needs to happen. The Rock needs to come out and help Cody Rhodes win that title. If The Rock doesn't come, if they don't have The Rock come out and help Cody Rhodes win that title, just because Roman Reigns beat him, just because he got upset, he got mad that Roman Reigns beat him, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be one of the worst. Not having The Rock out there to help Cody Rhodes beat the Roman Reigns is going to be one of the worst creative decisions ever. The best creative decision, the greatest creative decision ever is to have The Rock help Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. That would be the greatest creative decision ever. Have The Rock help Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. Become the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. Simple. It is simple creative. It's a simple idea, man. Even JD has said this on his podcast last week. So, yeah, I had to mention his name because I've heard him say it. I've heard him mention about it. I've watched it. What if I tell you I've also had this idea? I've also had this idea of, I also like this idea, and I'm also going with this idea of WWE booking The Rock versus Roman Reigns for Elimination Chamber and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 4. I absolutely think they should do that. It makes sense. It is called long-term booking for a reason. Really. Don't you guys want long-term storylines? I'm just saying. I really think they should go with The Rock versus Roman Reigns for Elimination Chamber. No title should be defended. It should be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock for the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. That's the only time the title that should be defended is against Cody Rhodes, not The Rock. Have The Rock beat Cody Rhodes after losing to Roman Reigns. Have Cody Rhodes become the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. That's how it should go. It's not that hard. WWE should really take this into consideration. They should really take this seriously. They should really go with this plan. They should. I think it's an easy plan. I think Triple H will put some thought into it. I mean, he's not like Vince McMahon after all, you know. Only time will tell when we will see The Rock versus Roman Reigns this year. The fact that it's not happening at Elimination Chamber is very concerning, for sure. It really is. It really is. It makes absolutely no sense to not have The Rock and Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. Why? Why? I think WWE needs to change that. It needs to turn that around and book The Rock versus Roman Reigns for Elimination Chamber. No title on the line, just them going one-on-one. Have Roman Reigns beat The Rock in Elimination Chamber. Have him finish his feud with Cody Rhodes. Have Cody Rhodes finish the story by having The Rock help him beat Roman Reigns to become the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion in WrestleMania 4. That's how it needs to be. It's not like that. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem. It's definitely an issue. Now, as far as CM Punk versus Seth Rollins goes, I think CM Punk should beat Seth Rollins to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's how I think that match should win. Have CM Punk win and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins has been World Heavyweight Champion enough now. I think it's time to turn it over to CM Punk. I cannot see them doing some dumb mess like have Seth Rollins win the World Heavyweight Championship back from CM Punk. I don't know why you would want to do that. Just have CM Punk beat him to win that championship. That's it. And as far as all these other matches goes, I hope WWE just makes the right decision on the matches for the rest of the champions. The WWE Undisputed Tag in the Championship match. I think for the Intercontinental Championship match, we need to get Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. United States Championship match? I don't know. I don't know if Logan Paul is still going to be United States champion. If he does, I think they should give him somebody that's evenly matched, that's on the same level as him. Honestly, it makes sense. But I've said what I didn't have to say. I'm probably going to get some negative comments on Instagram, Facebook about me saying that The Rock and Roman Reigns should have an elimination chamber. I don't give a fuck. I'm speaking truth. You guys, you know, and everybody else in the community know I'm speaking the truth when I say when I'm saying all this stuff. Especially when I go over the news. All the news I went over is legit. It's not fake at all. That's real news. All the news I just went over is all the important news that you guys need to know. So, I appreciate everybody for being here in the live chat. I'm getting the heck out of here. Pretty sure Monday Night Raw getting ready to go. I will keep you guys up to date with the latest WWE and AEW news for this whole week. I appreciate you guys being here for your WWE and AEW Monday Night News. If you missed the entire stream, all you got to do is rewind and re-listen to it again. So, hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's Monday night. And I will be live streaming World of Tanks Modern Armor tomorrow because the server resets tomorrow. So I'll be streaming that game tomorrow. So I hope you guys be in the live chat for that. So see you guys live tomorrow night for some more World of Tanks Modern Armor content here on the channel. Peace. I'm out of here.